Yeah. What up? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know. Y'all tuned in to A Real Talk Podcast. Y'all already know what it is. Man, y'all already know. No questions asked. Stacks Luciano, a.k.a. Stacks with the Facts. Real name, VirgilBerry, man. How y'all doing today, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. If you tuning in to Real Talk, A Real Talk Podcast. And as you see, today's title of the show is the LGBTQ and transgender agenda. Now, today's topic, I was going to expound on yesterday's topic, which was the 5G smart grid and all that. But it's a slight change of direction for today. We can get back with that tomorrow, but real quick for today. The LGBTQ and transgender agenda, which kind of ties into what I was talking about yesterday, because this is a form of mind control. Now, before I start this, I'm going to say I have absolutely nothing against people who are gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, whatever have you, right? None of my business. I do not care what you do, right? But when I say agenda, notice it's in all capitals too. Let's just get to the facts first of all, y'all. Facts. This whole thing that we seeing on the TV right now about we being forced to change the way we think about people who identify as lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, queer, whatever the fuck letters, right? All this whole thing about this stuff, man. This is a form of mind control, mind you, too, man. It's a form of mind control. Don't ever doubt that. Don't ever question. It's definitely mind control. It's all designed to confuse us. You ain't work today or something?
No, today's Tuesday. I only got one day off. I work Monday. I work on my off day.
Alright. That's cool. Alright. Sorry about that. Had a brief interruption, but nah. It's all designed to confuse everybody about such things as sexual, gender identity and stuff. And it's a form of mind control because it's forcing people who don't feel like this or think like that, or the kids, when we talking about the kids who ain't even thinking about it, into thinking about it, eventually leading us to a no gender society. I keep telling y'all, read Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, right? And this whole thing with confusing the genders and having people question their gender is designed to perceptually prepare us to live in a society where humans will no longer reproduce by natural physiological means. You understand what I'm saying? Where human beings will no longer produce and will reproduce. You know, we will be basically made into androgynous receptors for artificial intelligence via the smart grid empowered by 5G. This is what all this stuff is about. So y'all, that's why I say y'all have to be able to connect the dots. Y'all have to be able to see how seemingly unrelated things connect. Excuse me. To form a picture of the play in the movie we being showed on that damn TV. And our reason why I say the LGBTQ and transgender agenda, because it's an agenda. It's an agenda to program, perceptually program, preemptively program us, all of us, especially the kids, into living in a society where there is no gender. And not even that there's no gender as far as like a name. I'm talking about physically, literally no genders. Why y'all think they imposing this on the young people? Now, let's stick to the facts, y'all. out of the whole global population, this people who are genuinely, naturally, people who are born or since they go whatever they can remember, who are actually genuine transgender gay people or whatever, it's such a small number in comparison to the rest of the global population. It's almost non-existent, right? Does that mean we just say fuck how they feel? No, that's not what we say. And this is another thing, y'all. This whole transgender LGBTQ shit, imposing it on the kids and, you know, telling little boys they can have periods. This shit is not coming from the genuine, actual LGBTQ people who is just as confused by this shit as me and you are. They're not cool with telling little boys they can be little girls. Not telling them they can have periods. You know, having these kids get on these drugs, man. Look at all the cases of people who, when they were younger, they felt they was a little boy and their parents went and got them medication and all that therapy, gene therapy stuff. And look at them now regretting that shit. Do y'all research on that stuff, man? This is nothing against transgender people. I have all love and respect for people who are truly, genuinely LGBTQ, transgender, whatever it is, man. You know what I mean? I want y'all to live your life however y'all feel y'all want to live your life. I'm going to stand right there next to you and defend your right to live your life. But you're not going to tell me how I live mine, because you might be offended by how I might feel about some things. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're true. Like, I'm not out here on them gay bashing shit. I would fucking sit right there and let a motherfucker have it talking crazy about some gay people just because they're gay. But I'm not going to sit here and believe in my mind, and you're not going to tell me that I have to believe that a transgender woman, a man who thinks he's a woman, is an actual woman. What does that mean for women's sports for our little girls, man? They got to compete with little boys who think they girls? Come on, y'all, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got to get to the basics of this situation. We got to get to the facts. And we always have to stick to the facts, y'all. The facts have to matter in these situations. We talking about our kids. We talking about our kids' bodies. We talking about our kids' perception of reality, how they see the world, how they see themselves. Why are we sexualizing these kids, asking them about shit and imposing shit on them that they ain't even fucking thinking about? Who is thinking about who they're sexually attracted to at the age of 5? Who's thinking about how it feels? This shit is crazy, y'all, man. You feel me? And like I say, this shit ain't coming from genuine people who are a part of the genuine LGBTQ community. It's not coming from them, y'all. Ask them. They ain't cool. Go ask your old gay uncle who been gay since back in the day, or your dyke auntie or cousin or uncle whoever that been dressing like a woman or whatever. Man, go ask them, man. Go ask your local dope fiend who's a tranny. They're around here. Ask them how they don't want kids. They would never be cool or advocate for going into school dressed up like a damn woman, reading kids stories. For what? Why? What's the purpose? That is my job and your job as parents to teach our kids about that stuff. That's not the school's job. It's not their responsibility. Right? You know, I'm all for people who live a different lifestyle. I want you to live your lifestyle, love who you want to love, be with who you want to be with, have sex with who you want to have sex with, as long as you do it responsibly and it's consensual, right? I want y'all to pray to whoever y'all want to pray to, man, but we ain't got to be telling, y'all don't even understand where this shit is going, what the real agenda behind this agenda is. And that's the illest part about it. So when we get to getting offended by pronouns and shit like that, right? As they rolling out 5G, they rolling out the smart grid, huh? You understand what I'm saying, y'all? They setting it up in the world to where World War III is about to happen. And as this stuff is going on and we being robbed blind, we being poisoned in the air, the water, the food, and everything else, not to mention they kidnapping us, using us for weird ass experiments in they fucking deep underground military bases. Google DUMBs, DUMB, deep underground military bases. Yeah, y'all. While all this type shit is going on, we sit over here getting in moral outrages over our fucking pronouns, man. You hear me? Think about that shit. Think about what this shit is doing to freedom of speech, man. We gotta fucking step on eggshells and do mental gymnastics before we talk to each other now. If you look like a boy, I'm gonna address you with male pronouns. Sorry if I didn't know you were really a woman. I mean, you look like a boy, or vice versa. I mean, goddamn. Like I said, it's a difference when you're being intentionally malicious, when you are intentionally saying your words and using your speech to cause harm to somebody. Or to influence somebody to actually do physical harm to someone else or someone else's property. We got laws in place for that, though. See, this whole LGBTQ transgender agenda spreads in so many facets of our society. It's connected. That's why one thing y'all gonna realize when y'all tune in to A Real Talk podcast, everything that I speak on, talk on, we discuss, when I start bringing people on, all of this shit is connected. It's not mad different conspiracies going on, y'all. It's one big, huge conspiracy with unlimited, infinite facets to it. And this LGBTQ transgender agenda is just one of them. But at the end of the day, the one of the main purposes of this agenda with the LGBTQ transgender stuff is to preemptively program us perceptually to be experiencing physically in our reality a society where there's no gender. I keep telling y'all, read Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. They're trying to have us on some Epsilon minor shit out here, man. You know? So when y'all tune in to A Real Talk, I'm always going to bring this real issues up, challenging issues, man. Because we got to understand what the fucking point of all this shit is, y'all, man. All this stuff with this whole confusing of the genders and telling little kids that this and, you know, all this stuff is all connected, man. They want the kids to grow up in a society, so by the time my daughter, you feel me, your daughter, your grandson, depending if you my age, whatever the situation may be, right? Your kid, your daughter, by the time they get our age, they're gonna be living in a society where we no longer even be meant. This is not going. We is meant to not even reproduce anymore, y'all. In the traditional way, y'all see this shit on Facebook when they be posting the stuff about the babies in the embryonic chambers. Y'all see the movie I Am Mother on Netflix. Pay attention to this stuff, y'all, man. We being programmed. We being desensitized, man, perceptually. You know what I mean? Subconsciously. Through the movies, the music, our water, the food, the stuff they put in the air, all the electromagnetic frequencies, all this stuff is accumulated and culminating to this event that they call in singularity. Do some research. Google the singularity. Right? So, you know, I'm always bringing the facts to y'all. Like I said, I'm always bringing y'all Real Talk, man. That's the name of the podcast, man. We're going to talk about some challenging stuff on here, man. We're going to challenge some ideas, man. We're going to get offended, man. We're going to ruffle some feathers, man. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? All opinions are welcome. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna wrap it up right now. As usual, you already know, man. If y'all want to get at me, Instagram at berry.virgil, all lowercase letters. Get with me on Twitter at capital BERRY, the number 2, capital VIRGIL. You can get with me Facebook. Just put in Virgil Berry. Y'all gonna see my picture with the hoodie, Columbus, Ohio. You know. Or y'all can hit me up on an email if y'all do that too. VirgilBerry2's@yahoo.com. All capital letter, all lowercase letters. VBERRY, the number 2 @yahoo.com. You know what I'm saying? Get at me, get with me. We can talk about it. Like, share, listen, comment. You know what I mean? As always, never believe anything I say, y'all, man. Never believe anything I say. Go check it out. See if it stands for validity. Then you make your own mind up about it, right? Y'all be easy, man. 100.